strip him. Strip him. I'm going to tell you straight up, and then I'll give you the back. I'm going to put the front first. And the front is this. Josh Kelly or Erickson Lubin. And I'm going to lay off Erickson Lubin because he's part of the PBC. I don't want no stalling. So that's the only reason. I would like to see the fight with Erickson. That would have been nice. But Josh Kelly, he's not promoted with the PBC. I think he's Kelly Suleiman or something like that. Listen, if you want to go to the UK, Crawford, great. Chris Eubank, blah, 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 or anybody out there, fine. Because at the end of the day, Josh Kelly is looking for big fights anyway. So this has to do a lot with the WBO. If the WBO feels like they have Crawford's back, right? Hey, this is what's been going on. This is what's been going on. Everybody have a belt for a long time, and then certain people get stripped, right? You have the Charlo, Jamel, he had his belt. Jamal, they had their belt for a long time, for obvious reasons, like Canelo or whatever. Listen, stripped Fundora, okay? Tszyu, there was a good fight, but his camp wasn't smart. His team wasn't smart. Once that blood started going in his eye, they had 1 to 4 rounds to get that to a non-contest, and he would have kept his belt. But Tszyu went that way with Fundora, okay? So, too bad. It is what it is. Y'all both suspended. I feel that the WBO... Wait. When was the last time he fought? Crawford fought July 20... Yeah. So, that would be a year and some change. That'd be like 14 months. Because they got to be off suspension, and then they're going to go into the rematch, right? So, where's there left? Where is this leaves Crawford? Right? Because he's turning, I think, 37 in September. And there's no waiting game here. There's no waiting game here. So I feel, and I have nothing against Fundora, okay? Actually, I like his sister a lot. I think his sister fights better than him, to tell you the truth. She knows her distance and her range. And to me, I watch her fight. She fights a little bit better. I like Fundora. I made videos about Fundora in the past saying he's a new up-and-coming, blah, blah, blah. But it seems like every damn time I see this man fight, he was losing. He was losing to this man, Tszyu. He was losing, right? So, of course, you're going to see the rematch. Fine. Have your rematch. You said the rematch would sell more than Spence and Crawford, Sampson, or whatever you want to call. Listen, I don't care about what these niggas want to do. Okay? I really don't. All I care right now is that time is a wasting, and Crawford needs his time now, man. You're going to tell me that Crawford's going to wait the whole year? Now, Crawford wants big fights. It is what it is. So, I don't know when it comes to the price range and this and stuff. You're asking for $15 million. I don't know how this is going to work out, but it's like, you want this belt? You want to be a 4-division champion? You want to stay active, right? I think the WBO is going to have to play a big part of doing their part, just like the IBF did their part to strip Crawford when he was in a contract for a rematch. IBF said, "Oh, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We ain't got nothing to do with that." And they stripped Crawford within 3-4 months, right? While he was still in a contract with negotiations, disrespecting Errol Spence too, because Errol Spence could have said, "Yeah, I want that fight at 147, right? Because I want to get my straps back. It's strap season still, right?" Everybody assumed, yeah, okay, it's going to be at 154. Fine. But the problem is this. IBF stripped him, and they didn't have to do that. So I'm telling you, right, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. That's how it's working now in this day and time. So I want the WBO to strip Fundora because, hey, man, it don't take long for a nose injury like that. Fighters, MMA fighters, boxers, it don't take that long. And y'all suspended, both of y'all suspended. I'm not going to go through this about your nose injury and I don't know the details. You got a broken nose, but you can look it up and Google it. It don't take so many months to November. This man Crawford going to be 37 in September. What big fights are there for Crawford? And if there's not a big fight, what fight does make him afford another division champion so it could be down in his record? Okay, that's what's going on here. Okay, not just fighting anybody. And guess what? It's either you get the best negotiation to get this fight with Josh Kelly. Like I said, I would have liked to see it with Erickson, but he's with PBC, and I want nothing to do with the PBC right now. Nothing to do with it, because Errol Spence, he's healthy. He should be fighting Crawford. So we know it's going to be a lot of delaying, stalling when it comes to the PBC. They got all kinds of tricks, just like they do these tricks, like I said, with Manny Pacquiao, doing the switcheroo. Same thing with Ugas, doing the switcheroo. Both have eye injuries, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you Pacquiao is fighting someone that's a right-handed when he was training for a southpaw as Errol Spence. Same thing with Fundora and Tszyu. Tszyu thought he was going to fight, blah, blah, blah. He going to fight Keith Thurman, do the switcheroo in 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden this dude's fighting a 6'6" fucking left-handed southpaw. Bro, I really don't want nothing to do with PBC right now. I think that, yeah, you could go to fight Chris Eubank. You could fight Josh Kelly. You could fight whoever you want, right? You might not get the money. I'm not sure. I mean, Turkey Al-Sheikh, I would love for him to get into this situation, but all I'm saying, the big issue is the WBO. And I think, and I feel, it's my opinion, that's all it is, just an opinion, that the WBO should strip and look out for Crawford, just like the WBC look out for Jamel, and the IBS stripping Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I feel like since all this shit going under the table or whatever it is, I'm not saying it's going to be under the table, but they trying to stop greatness. They trying to stop greatness. And I ain't trying to feel that, man. I feel this man should be able to, they should just strip this man and let Josh Kelly and Crawford fight for the, like I said, I wouldn't mind Lubin, but I got nothing against Erickson, but the WBC, I mean the PBC. That's all I got right now that I ain't feeling. I'm not a PBC hater, but I'm just feeling there's a lot of shit going on and a lot of stalling when it comes to the PBC. Don't hate them. Don't hate PBC, but right now it's bad energy on that side. A lot of things go bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you want to do with Errol Spence. Errol Spence should go fight Keith Thurman. Y'all both injury prone. Both of y'all niggas should be fighting, right? I don't care about Errol Spence right now. I'm not worried about him. Okay? I don't care two shits about what Errol Spence is doing. He's just another fucking distraction to me. That's what it is. WBO could play a part of Crawford's time and energy and making things happen this year. That makes sense. Either belt or a big payday. And it seemed like nobody wants to give this man what he deserves. Nobody. But you can still go for the glory and the greatness, and you still can get that belt and still represent it for the WBO. Just how you moved up to fight Jeff Horn, you could do the same. But the only thing that's holding this thing up, again with the PBC Fundora, just drop the belt. Just not drop it. Just get him stripped. Strip that shit. Because I don't understand how this injury is going to last this long. I don't care about the suspension. Man, you're not active. You're not active. And it's not fair to Crawford, that's turning 37 in September, that he don't even have a fight. Nobody wants to fight him. So I feel like we should be putting some pressure on the WBO. And just strip him. So now once they strip him, once they strip Fundora, then maybe a Josh Kelly, hey, maybe a Lubin. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm kind of scared of that. Not because of Erickson. Yeah, I got no problem with Erickson. I don't have no problem with him. But the problem is the stalling. Maybe he might get injured. that all these injuries and all this bullshit. Crawford, just, I don't know, Paco and in this situation with the WBO, but I feel that the WBO could make things work, make things happen for Crawford right now. Fight for that belt. Just fight for that belt. Josh Kelly. I don't know who else. I would have said Tszyu, but he's suspended. I would have said Tszyu to fight. And see, that's the problem with Tszyu, because he didn't have to go that route, man. He gonna say when they did a switcheroo on him, you see how Manny Pacquiao got the switcheroo on him? When they got the switch, he said, "No, I'm not fighting Fundora." Fundora, like I said, I made videos of him being more up and coming, but he doesn't listen. Like, I don't know what's going on through this guy. Like, his sister know how to fight off the back foot and jab. She's a southpaw too, as I recall, right? And I watch her fights, and she has a different method of fighting, right? So I like how his sister fights, but for some reason, Fundora's not understanding how to work off the back foot with his jab and use his distance and know how to pivot and all that. And it's irritating. Listen, it's irritating to see this big man just always, just hovering over somebody this close. And yeah, he got good uppercuts and stuff like that. But, I don't know how to say. I am back. I'm back from my 1 month challenge that I did. You know what I'm saying? You lose some, you win some. So, I lost 2. I won 1 with Crawford beating Spence, and I lost 2. And I'm a man of my word. I put up and shut up, and I took a month off when I did that fight with Ngannou and AJ, and I picked Ngannou because I wanted something to happen. You know what I'm saying? Fighting and boxing, I took a risk. And I enjoyed my day off. I enjoyed my month off. I'm just in the background listening. I can't waste too much time with boxing sometimes, so I had to take a break. So I don't know everything because I just took off some time. But what I'm hearing, and I'm listening to other channels, and I'm summing this shit up, and I'm saying, yo, the WBO, I feel it's time. I hope in the next couple of days or the next week they'll say they strip him. Because Samson, he's doing a switcheroo. Once he know that he can get stripped, all of a sudden he want a rematch. It's just confusing and irritating to me. I just want him to stay the fuck away from the PBC. That's what I want fucking Crawford to do. Stay the fuck away from the PBC. But get good fights and great fights. We done with the PBC. If Errol Spence is not talking about a rematch with Crawford right now, I ain't trying to hear nothing about any other PBC boxer. No PBC boxer. I don't care if it's Tszyu. I don't care if it's Fundora, Lubin. I don't care if it's any of them. And to tell you the truth, I know they've been conspiring on Tszyu, yo. Because he's a PBC fighter, but he's not actually, he could always go back and make money and take his belt and go here, there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he's like a distant cousin. You know what I'm saying? So they was conspiring on Tszyu. That's what I feel. They was conspiring on that dude. So all I'm saying is, yeah, if it was Tszyu and he didn't get suspended, I would want to see that fight. Shit would have been so fucking easy if you just said no contest, no fucking contest, and then say, you know what, I got my belt, and it would have been so easy, right? Just thought of it. Imagine if you went this way with Crawford. Now, I know Crawford was saying he won $15 million. You saying the negotiations wasn't going well, but I think y'all should have kept going with the negotiations. Y'all could have gone and done that fight in Australia. A lot of things probably went better this way than you going over here right away because you feel like you need to fight right away. You got to keep active, yes. But the whole idea was you to fight Crawford. Yeah, it was on your t-shirt, brother. You had a hit list, and Crawford was one of them. So I don't know what made you feel that you needed to go over there and fight Keith Thurman, and then all of a sudden, you're a warrior, you want to stay and fight Fundora. That wasn't on the list. He wasn't on your list on your t-shirt, son. He wasn't. So this is the outcome you get. Now, I don't know if it's about money. Crawford won $15 million, so give or take. Man, I don't understand it, but y'all could have gone and fought in Australia. Y'all could have came to some kind of agreement, man. Yeah, it didn't work out the first time, but y'all could have came out with some agreement, man. And then in that written agreement, you could have had a rematch. I mean, you do have the belt at 154. You could have had the rematch. You know what I'm saying? So, I go back to Capsule Full an hour ago, because it's a little bit dark right now. If you say, nah, I'm not doing the switcheroo, I hope these boxers learn, when you hear PBC talk about, a 2 weeks notice that you're going to have to get the switcheroo because this fighter over here got an eye injury and, or a bicep pull and all this bullshit, don't take it. Especially if you're training for orthodox and then you get a southpaw or a southpaw for ortho, whatever. Don't deal with the shit. They did that switcheroo on Tszyu, man. You know what I'm saying? But do I feel kind of sorry for him? But at the same time, I'm a warrior. Yeah, you're a warrior with no leverage. You're a warrior with no leverage, Duke. And it's not cool, man. Yeah, I know you say you're a throwback fighter and all this, but you're not a fighter. You're not a boxer with any leverage right now. And now look where you at. Now imagine if you had went this way with Crawford. Imagine if you went this way with Crawford. Okay? And you could have got your rematch. I don't know what the fuck is going on with verbal. You see what I'm saying? Anything they got to do with PBC is some awkward shit. But it's an oral verbal agreement. They're going to do the rematch. Yeah, of course they're going to do the rematch. Yeah. So, and all the way to November, it's not that Fundora is going to be ready all the way to November. They was hoping that Errol Spence would be fucking ready all the way to November. Yeah, like this nigga Fundora nose is cracked and out of place, and this nigga gotta wait all the way to November to get his nose straight. Get the fuck out of here, man. You was waiting for this nigga to get his shit together. So all I'm saying is, WBO, strip Fundora. Got nothing against Fundora. Strip him, vacate. Let Josh Kelly. And like I said, if Lubin could do it and they let him do it, fine. But at the same time, it's not fine because I'm scared that it's a trick, it's a chess move to delay the fight. And age Terrence Crawford out. Age this man out. It's a whole 2024. Why are we not going to see Crawford fight this year? Over promoters and foolishness? Nah. WBO, step in and take care of this matter. Strip him Fundora and let Crawford and Josh Kelly or whoever you want to put to fight for that belt, let it be. And let it be in the UK. Fuck this shit. Let that shit be in the UK and we're going to see who the real popular boxer is, okay? Because that's another fucking thing. This popularity shit. Listen, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to fucking irritate your mind. And I'm back. I took a month off. I'm stuttering. I can't get my shit together. I ain't shaved. I'm just chilling. But I'm just listening and I'm like, man, this is hard on the ear, man. And I'm like, damn, where is Crawford going to go now? Where is Crawford going to go? They're trying to hold this man down. Talking about Samson, talking about he haven't done nothing to deserve it. 3-time lineal, 2-time undisputed. I should go on and on and on and on and on. Talking about, yo, listen, man, I really hate these promoters, man, to tell you the truth. I'm starting to hate these niggas. They have a position to play, but after a while, then these niggas gotta get the fuck out the way, and these boxers need to step it up and see. Okay, I got another video, but this is my video back. I'm stumbling and fumbling, but I just need to get this out, and I hope any of these Crawford fans agree with me that they should ship Fundora. And they should put that belt in place this year for Crawford to fight. Now, the money and thing, I don't know how much money he's going to get, where he's going to fight, all that issues. But if the man got to stay active. Not here to change your mind, for you to read between the lines. It's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. And I'm also here to fucking irritate your mind. Share, like, subscribe, and dislike. And go fuck yourself if you want, if you don't like what I'm saying. Simple shit.